How's it going, Playboy bunnies?
Welcome back to the channel.
So yeah, this is animals gone sexual, animals gone wild, nasty, disgusting facts, and downright bitter and thought-provoking philosophical questions. Our first fact we have here is that dolphins are assholes. That's basically the idea that dolphins know what they're doing. They are mammals and they live in the sea, and they're probably the most identical to humans. Humans definitely know when they're being assholes, and dolphins probably have the same thing going on with them, and they know when they're annoying people, and they know when they're being dicks. Okay, many animals cannibalize their young. I'm sure you've heard about this, and I can't, for some reason, can't get away from cannibalism on this channel. When I heard about this, I immediately thought of cats, because cats eat their young when, like, if it's a runt, which is kind of fucked up. It's like the cat maybe could have had a chance, but I guess nature, the cat kind of identifies that the animal probably won't survive. So the fact that flies exist, they shit on stuff, mass multiply, mass reproduce all over the place. They're in everything. They're always around. They're a nuisance to humans. They're a nuisance to everybody. They don't really contribute to society at all. Many things don't. I mean, some people, golden poison dart frogs can kill you with one touch.
This is Julieta, one of the most toxic creatures in the world.
This is the man I loved, you know. Yes, it was awful at times, but I loved him and what he was
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
It turns out that you're actually more likely to be killed by a cow than a shark. I mean, I guess if you live in the water, then you wouldn't be more likely to be killed by a cow. Praying mantis and black widow spiders kill after mating.
The female weighs 30 times what the male does. He weighs 200 pounds, she weighs 6,000. He'd better make nice, because if she bites him, he's sleeping the big sleep.
Hippos are extremely dangerous creatures. They're basically the cows of the water. Anglerfish, just look at it. Coconut crabs. I, for one, am a fan, but orcas suffocate sharks. Butterflies taste food with their feet. Geese have teeth. The idea of extinction. Basically, the animal has no chance of coming back. There's no DNA left over in order to be able to clone the animal. Honestly, it's debatable whether that's ethical or not to clone an animal. Yeah, just the fact that animals have gone extinct and will never be seen again. Fact that wasps exist. Prehistoric giant insects. Everything was big. Yeah, dinosaurs, fucking Komodo dragons were the size of buildings. Everything was tall. Everything, you had dinosaurs with extremely long necks. The sea creatures were massive. And along with that, insects were no exception. Castorium, which is beaver shit. This, along with whale vomit, has been used in perfume products. Horned lizards have the ability to shoot blood out of their eyes. Baby koalas enjoy eating their mother's feces. Dogs on the chart of most deadly animals are number 4. Hagfish. Pretty phallic-like creature, am I right? It's very penis. While sharks are in the womb ready to be born, they actually kill each other. So even after you survive the whole gene pool to get chosen as another baby shark, you still gotta fight for your life in the womb. The cookie cutter shark, look at the smile on his face. A little frightening. Just a little. Crocodiles climb trees, so even if you're trying to, just don't use that method for getting away. Cordyceps fungus. This fungus attacks its host and eventually replaces the tissue with this disgusting, these worm-looking branch type things. Caecilian teeth? I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but this looks like the little mouth that comes out of the Alien in the Alien franchise. Genetically engineered goats have the ability to make spider silk. What the f? There are mites that live on your eyelashes. Sleep on it. Sleep on that. Think about it. Ducks, dicks, Pharyngeal teeth, basically teeth that are further down the throat of some species of fish that lack teeth in the mouth. Hairless chimps. See that they look elderly, but they're swole as fuck. Mice are empathetic and can sense when other mice are depressed. Starfish eject their stomach in order to digest prey. Slow lorises are venomous. Brood parasites. Basically, a brood parasite will take over like a bird or an insect. So you often have in like birds raising other species of birds and insects raising other species of insects. Whenever you see a fruit fly swarm, it is just one big orgy. Bees' sexual organs explode. Sea cucumbers can eject their anus. Platypuses are venomous. Otters like to go around and rape other otters, and they'll rape corpses and baby seals. The Babirusa's tusks can actually penetrate the human skull. Koalas pee, poop, and reproduce in the same orifice. Clownfish have the ability to switch genders. Anteaters can kill jaguars. See, as humans, we gave them the name anteaters, but they have the ability to kill jaguars. I know they eat ants, right? That's kind of strange. You'd think they'd give them like the cooler name, right? Like jaguar killer or jaguar murderer. That animal would be feared. Many herbivores actually can eat meat if they really want to. They just don't. And to be honest with you, if some of these herbivores decided to, we'd probably be fucked. Some sharks get a little kinky and they bite each other when they want to show interest. Cockroaches feast on human flesh. Cats have spiny dicks, so it is very, very painful when they are in the middle of intercourse. Green-banded brood sacs are another parasite, and they attack snails, and they fill the snails' eye sockets with this green goo in order to attract birds, and then they use the birds as their primary host. Meerkats have dictators within their communities. They are meerkats that rule over other meerkats with an iron fist. Petting birds turns them on. Don't go doing that. Okay? Don't go doing that. I know you're thinking about it, but don't do it. The Madagascar hissing cockroach gives live birth. If catfish manage to they actually have the ability to eat full pigeons. Suriname toads give birth through their back. Woodpeckers can hear their prey with their tongue. That's such a strange... Frogs actually don't have the ability to vomit. It turns out that if they actually vomit, their entire stomach comes out. Armadillos carry leprosy. Hairless polar bears. Goats can lick off human skin. Throughout history, this was actually used as a torture method. This bird actually went extinct. There was a recording of the last call, the last song by this bird. Cymotha exingua is a parasite that eats the tongue of its host. It enters through the gill of the fish, and the female portion of the parasite ends up becoming the tongue. Horsehair worms are another parasite. They literally just look like horsehair. Look like a spaghetti noodle. Some species of frog actually live inside of elephant shit. This one's for the ladies. Elephants can move their dick like their trunk. And some of us males can do this. Bees boil hornets. Honeybees can raise their temperature. Honeybees can actually tolerate up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit of heat. they all come together and they generate this large amount of heat. So when like hornets are invading their nest, are able to kill the hornets by boiling them alive. Theoretically, a raccoon can fit inside your anus. Think about it. Think about it for a second. Don't try it. You say the same people who are gonna go and pet some birds to make them horny. Don't try the raccoon thing, all right, man? Like, we don't need any of that. We already have shit like Mr. Hands, fucking horses. We don't need that. Jellyfish evaporate in the sun. What an awful way to die. The Overton Bridge makes dogs want to commit suicide. The Overton Bridge is in Scotland. International news has reported that at least 300 dogs have jumped off this bridge and killed themselves. Local news in Scotland has said that it's actually more around 600 dogs that have killed themselves, and there's not a lot known why they do it. You're supposed to be careful or basically avoid the bridge if you're gonna walk your dog. Like, just don't go on the bridge. Very creepy shit, honestly. The fact that so many dogs commit suicide in a very specific place and they all do it. It's almost like after a certain few, that's where those dogs would go to do it, you know, if they really wanted to end their own lives. And they are aware that other dogs have been there, the scent of those other dead dogs are there, then that might be why it's contributing to more dog deaths over the years. Whale sharks have teeth inside their eyes. For what? Chronic wasting disease, otherwise known as zombie deer disease, causes weight loss in animals such as deer and moose and squirrels, and it makes them stumble and confused, makes them have a lack of sense of fear, and that the survival instinct is almost kind of gone, because a lot of deers that have this chronic wasting disease, they'll actually be more prone to be around humans more. And also adding to the disturbing part of this, they drool a lot, so it's more or less a dead giveaway of what you're looking for when you see an animal with this disease. Proboscis monkeys are always aroused. Vampire finches actually live off another species of bird's blood, the blue-footed booby in the Galapagos Islands. Sea squirts eat their own brains. Orangutans have actually been observed to eat slow lorises. Proboscis worms are basically blood-sucking carnivorous worms. Leatherback turtle teeth. What it means is leatherback turtles actually don't have teeth, but bony ridges inside of their mouth. Your cat doesn't care about you. So this is the idea that your cat actually doesn't have any concern for you whatsoever. And there's truth to that, because the cat really basically just deals with you. They want to be pet. Everything about them is selfish, and they're only living because you take care of them. They kind of have to deal with you. And absolutely at the bottom, humans are the worst animals to ever live. Humans have done so many horrible things to animals, torturing each other, destroying our own species, destroying the environment. Anything and everything horrible that a human has done will be at the bottom of this iceberg. Basically, humanity itself. So far to the point that even when we think we're doing things that might be considered good, more than likely are causing harm. Most dogs need humans' help when wolves can easily do these things. So this is talking about that dogs are domesticated so far to the point where a lot of dogs actually need humans to survive. Smaller dogs, they probably wouldn't survive, and wolves can basically take care of themselves. Many species of dogs can't live without humans. Your dinosaur fantasy will never happen. We'll never have an actual Jurassic Park. Well, I don't even believe that. That might even be possible, to be honest with you, but definitely not something that would happen, because if it did, it might go horribly wrong. And the most disturbing and awful fact about life we all try to cope with, it's something that we simply can't avoid, and that's the fact that everything eventually dies. Everyone, everything in nature, the planet itself, every animal that has existed, every human that has blessed your heart, everyone who has impacted you in a good way. Your parents, your grandparents, your brothers, sisters, cousins, everyone dies. Thanks for watching.